Hi guys, and welcome back to
The Real Tea.
And today we have our beautiful special guest.
Hi guys.
This is Crystal Ramirez. Hi Crystal.
Hi.
Crystal. What's up, girl?
What's up? Okay, I need to relax.
Relax, girl.
Relax,
Super
relax.
excited to have you. Mind you, she had no idea we were going to be doing this
I had
today.
no idea. We're supposed to do reels. Now all of a sudden we're doing this.
Can I throw in there that Crystal's like my Instagram friend, and now she's here.
Yeah. As soon as I walked in, as soon as I walked in, I saw her. I'm like, oh, I get to meet you.
How long have you guys been?
I actually started
friends?
following her during the winter circle.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
cool.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, oh, she likes Mexican music
Yes.
like I do.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, perfect. And then I started kind of looking at her stuff. I'm like, oh, she's a mom. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
Oh, she's sexy. I know I'm sexy.
Well, thank you. No, but yeah, definitely. That I saw her on yours, and I'm like, oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a vibe, you know. Like,
For
I feel like,
sure.
yeah, it's definitely
And
a
we
vibe.
met on
Talking about that.
Instagram too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and her met on Instagram.
And we actually just met in person this year.
Yeah.
But I've been following you for a while.
Last year.
Was it last year? No, it was this year.
Your house.
Yeah, that was this year.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah, because I just moved into this house this
Oh,
year.
okay, then yeah, it was this year. Damn.
But time flies. Time
Yeah.
flies, yeah.
It's gotta
Dang,
be
it
the
feels
bubble.
like longer, huh?
It does, but
feels
it was
longer.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot happened this year.
I know.
Well, we're excited to have Crystal on.
Thank you.
We're excited to have Crystal on The Real Tea.
Yes.
And let's learn a little bit more about Crystal. Crystal,
Thank
who are
you.
you? Tell us a little
Who
bit about
am
yourself.
I? That's a big question. So who am I? So to start off, I mean, I'm a realtor. That's why I met these beautiful ladies. I'm a mom. I have an amazing 3-year-old son. He's a savage, like his mama.
So cute.
He's so funny. He's just like, he lights up my day. And I honestly, like, every time we go somewhere, he's like, hi guys, hi guys. Hi. He's so social. And I'm like, oh shit, he definitely got that from
So
me.
I was going to
Yeah.
just ask,
Oh,
does he have your
definitely
personality?
Yeah, definitely. His dad's a lot more reserved, a lot more calm. We're like complete opposite. Yeah. So he's definitely like his mama. But yeah, I'm the oldest of 3 sisters. I live in Eastville.
How long have you been doing real estate for?
For 5.5 years.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, same.
yeah.
Wow.
2017.
Yeah.
That's true. When did you get licensed?
In July.
So I got licensed in January, but I started in March.
I got in March and I started in August.
Okay, and I got licensed in July and started in September.
Oh,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So we're all the same year. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
That's the dream team.
I know. For reals. That's cool.
So yeah, right before I joined, I got licensed. I worked for Converse and Nike. So I worked for like their DC, and it was super cool. I got to go to their headquarters in Oregon. So I loved it, but it was just like, I know I couldn't go up anymore.
Yeah.
Like that was it,
Yeah.
you know. But it was so much fun. Like I got to go in like in my Nike clothes every day.
So
just
how long
chill.
did you do that for?
For 3 years. Yeah, 3 years, and it was fun. It was fun. I would play like ping pong every chance we. Like, it was cool. It was cool. It was a cool job.
Crystal, I
Yeah.
have to ask, what is your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah. What are you guys?
What are you? Virgo.
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, well, Earth signs, right?
Yeah.
See? I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I don't
so
believe in signs, but I always like to ask people because I'm just curious. I'm
No,
like,
you do believe in it.
I'm just curious.
I just am a Virgo. That's all I know.
Yes. And we're the best.
Oh, we
I'm
are,
like,
yeah.
and if I like the person, I'm like, oh girl, our signs match when I don't even know. I'm like, whatever.
But the only reason why I know that you're an Earth sign is because I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she was like, "Oh, you get along well with Taurus." And I think Elizabeth isn't she a Taurus?
I think she is. She's
Yeah.
in April, I think, because I remember something.
Yeah.
I remember having a conversation with her, and she was like, "Oh, your birthday's in April," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then
Oh,
she's
my
like, "So
son's
it's
a
mine
Taurus.
too."
He's May.
Yes, I know.
May, yeah,
he is.
Elizabeth's May.
Oh, she's May.
Don't
My
kill me because I
son's
remember
May.
the day. But
Oh,
May,
May.
yeah.
Sorry, Liz.
Yeah. So I think it goes all the way up to like May 20 something.
Yeah, I think she's
because
like
I'm the beginning.
May 15th around. I want to say around there.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm putting my foot in my mouth.
She's stubborn. She's an ojona.
She's the sweetest girl. I feel
Is
like
she?
I love you
Is.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
No, you don't know her.
I could be a firecracker.
She's my little. You know how you have like a devil and an angel? She's
Yeah.
definitely like my little devil.
Well, that's so funny because me and Liz are like best friends. Oh, Liz.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm her little devil though.
You know what's funny? Talking about that, when I met your
Get a little
sister-in-law,
bit closer.
I was like, oh, that's like me, you know, like.
So okay, so here's the funny thing: is I feel like I'm a introvert Virgo, because majority of Virgos I know are kind of like you. My husband Karen.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of my good friends, and she's
everybody's
Virgo. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Karen, I always tell Karen and Lester, I'm like, dude, and they know this. They are the same person.
No.
Yes, in like a male and female, and they say that to each other. Oh my gosh, they have everything in common. They know. She'll be like, tell Lester, ask Lester, and I'm like, and he'll be like, tell Karen or ask Karen.
Really?
Yeah, they're like the same person. But you have that personality too, and I feel like I attract that. Like I like assertive, outgoing,
protective,
people.
protective personality.
Yeah. So I feel like my close circle is that personality. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm also like, so I'm very like out there. I'm not shy, as you guys know, but I also like my alone time. Like I love my alone time. And I don't know if that's a Virgo thing, but I love my alone time.
I think
like,
it is.
Like when the house is quiet, there's nobody there, and I'm just like, I feel at peace. Like I love that. Or I don't mind like even like taking drives by myself. Like whenever I have to clear my mind, I'll go on a hike by myself, and that's like the best thing. I come back and I'm like, okay, let's go.
You're ready.
Let's go. Yeah. But
cool.
I wonder if it's an age thing too, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, once, no, I'm
We're in our 30s.
No, I'm being serious. You know, because once you hit a certain age, I feel personally like before I was 30, I felt like I always needed to be surrounded by people. Like I always wanted to be in el ambiente. Like where's the next party at? Like what, you know, like everything's loud. Once I hit 30, I kind of felt like I was kind of like, yes, I'm still the same person, but I also really enjoyed like, you know, just kind of long drives, like you said, to be honest with you. And I think it gives me time to reflect on everything that has happened in life and like what we're going through. And so obviously, you guys obviously know that recently my brother passed away this year.
I'm sorry.
So I just really feel like it gives me time to really think about everything. You know, business, life is so short, like friendships, family, you know, just everything in general. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really think it's an age thing.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel it is an age thing where it's like I can't party like I used to. I know you guys see me partying, but I can't party like it hurts now.
The girl must sleep by like 10.
Now. Yeah. And it's true. Those memes where they say like you want to go out at 9. What do you mean? Like, like, how are we gonna be back by
6
12?
o'clock? I'll see you there.
But everything hurts now. Like it's not the same where I used to just get up and go again the next day.
But I think we can all agree on that. Like we don't like routine.
Oh no.
Like we need a little bit of spice
excitement
in our life, because if not, like who wants boring?
I know.
So for me, it's like I think I'm an introvert at heart, because again, I need like the me time, but call me last minute for something.
Yes, you are. You're the queen of last minute.
The queen.
She texted me, "Hey, you want to do a photo shoot? Yeah, let's go." Like,
She texted me last night. This was last week. Last night, and we've been trying. Remember, we've been trying for a long time. And last night, she's like, "Are we still on?" I'm like, "Yeah."
She's honestly, she's bad. So she texted
but I'm
me
always
last
down
week,
too,
and she's
so,
like, "Well, if I lived closer," she
know.
texts me last week, and she's like, "Laker game tonight," and I'm like, it's fucking 4 o'clock. How do you want me to go to a Laker game all the way from Palm Springs? I hate you right now.
I know.
Or I remember, yes, me and Jaime were like,
to be fair, everybody had a last minute
I
invite, so it wasn't like.
I know. And so I remember even vacation, we had just gotten back, me and Jaime had just gotten back from Cabo, and she was like, "Hey friend, I saw that you just got back from Cabo. Want to go to Puerto Vallarta?" I'm like, did I not just land? Like, and then I was like,
so you already packed?
Yeah, literally.
I'll wait for you at the airport.
Yeah, and then I was like, let me convince Jaime. And so then I was like, babe, you know what I really want for my birthday? And he's like, what?
Funny.
And I'm like, I really want to go to Puerto Vallarta. And he's like, that's weird. He's like, well, where did that come from? I'm like, oh my God, my friend Monica's going. We should just all go together. He's like, is that what you really want? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, book the stuff. And I was like, okay, great.
That's so dope.
But yeah.
So cool.
But let's talk more about Crystal.
We wanted to bring you on the show because we feel like, I mean, she and I have been, we've been friends for a while, and we both have been in committed relationships for
10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm married. She's gonna get married someday.
At some point.
Someday. But Crystal, we wanted to know, we're all like, in our 30s, and we just wanted to ask, I mean, how is life as a single woman?
Yes, girl.
Fabulous.
Girl, I'm living through you right now.
As a single woman, but as also a successful entrepreneur, like, give us the tea.
Well, it's honestly, it's a trip. I mean, I was married for 10 years and I love I'm a relationship girl. Like, I love being in a relationship. I love, having the whole family. Like, everything was like just good,
Perfect.
But there's something missing, So this year, or last year, it's going to be a year actually that, we split. We're still amazing friends. Like, we're like really, really good friends. And we wanted to keep everything as normal as possible for Andres, for my son.
Yeah.
We didn't want him to feel anything. So being a new divorcee, it's different. But I think...
Do you feel like you're finding yourself?
Yeah.
Because
I feel
10 years is a long time.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
all of your youth, right?
It was on my 20s.
Yeah,
I got married
exactly.
when I was 21.
Oh my gosh.
I got married when I was 21.
Wow.
Yeah. So we, it was just different. He never really held me back from like doing, going out or doing like, or doing my girl stuff. So that was never like the issue. But I went from like being at my mom's house to, getting married and moving in with him. So I was never like, I never had my space or I never was on my own. It was always like, so this year was like, oh shit, I'm by myself.
Who's
like,
Crystal? Yeah.
I like, who am I,
Yeah.
So my biggest thing now, I have a son to like take care of, so it's like, luckily everything went great with my ex, where everything, we got along well. Because I think that would have been like a whole different issue, right?
Yeah.
So I got my place.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you, but when I was younger, like, I feel like the girls nowadays, like the younger girls nowadays, like, I don't know how to say it in English, but like in Spanish they say like no tienen pilas, like no se ponen las pilas. Like me, when I was like 15, yo tenía pilas.
I started working when I was 15.
Yeah,
me too.
Siempre en chinga. Like, siempre, like there wasn't an option like to like not do anything. Like, no, get up. Get up.
Let me ask you something. Do you have both of your parents?
I do.
Okay.
I do. But they're not together.
Okay, so was your mom a single mom?
My mom was a responsible mom.
Okay. The reason that I asked that is because I feel like sometimes us as women, como dice Mónica, se ponen las pilas because you have that example, right? So like for me, my dad passed away when I was 10. So my mom was a single parent with 3 kids at 28 years old.
Oh,
I look back now and I think to myself, if I was missing right now 2 kids, like, or Jaime was missing right now, me at almost 35, how in the hell would I do it? My mom doing it at 28 with 3 kids.
Dude, I look at my sister right now. So I was married at 21, and I don't know if you guys know that I lost my daughter when I was 22.
Oh, I know.
So, but I look at my sister; she's 21, and I can't imagine her going through what I went. And then I was like, the other day I got emotional about it because I was like, I was in the car with her, and we're talking, we're singing, and then a song came on that reminded me of my daughter. And then I looked at her, I was like, dude, I was your age when I was going through all this shit. Like, I'm like, how? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I think we're a lot stronger than we know we are, or than we think we are, So it's just, I feel like for us, I don't know, the way I think is like, I have 2 options there. I lay in bed and die, or fucking a chingarle, like, let's go.
Yeah.
And
so I bring that up because when I was young, I feel like I've manifested a lot, like my whole life. I've believed in manifestation without knowing what it was.
Oh, okay.
Where I've always envisioned more and more and more and more. And I was in a relationship as well, but I had goals, literally like written down goals, and I guess it was my bucket list. I had a bucket list. One of the things on my bucket list while I was in this relationship, and at the time thinking that this was going to be my husband at some point, I had a bucket list, and on that bucket list, it was I wanted to live and have my own apartment with girls. And I was like, I want to experience that. So, but that was always on my list, even like prior to being in a relationship with him. So I would evaluate that list and I would be like, okay, what is checked off? A lot of the stuff that I wanted to do that were on my bucket list were checked off. But I was, young, I was 21, and I was like, you know what? If I get married now, I'm never going to check that off my list. Not that that was the reason why it didn't work out with us, but it just didn't work out. And I got to check that off the list. And honestly, I feel like had I never done that, like I wouldn't be who I am. And I feel like women have to go through that to truly like
100%.
find themselves, know who you are, even if it's not girls, even just like living on your at the time I probably wanted to live with girls because I probably thought I couldn't afford it on my own, but like just having your own place, it was like, oh
liberating.
my gosh, yeah,
right?
It was like I have my own place, I have my own car, I have my own money,
I have
like
my own.
This is me, and that was always on my bucket list. Like I want to do me. So I feel like you kind of you started off opposite where you got into a relationship early.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't regret that either. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I feel like me, you know, being married for 10 years just kind of led me to this point now, and he taught me so much. And
I was just gonna say that
because he everybody knows this. He's a lot older than me.
How much?
15 years.
Oh, yeah. Mine is 10. My ex is 10.
Yeah, he's gonna be 48 next month. Yeah, so he doesn't look his age, but and then it's funny, when we met, he thought I was older because I was already like, I was 20 going out to the clubs and stuff. Not mature, just going to the clubs. And I thought he was younger because he was still at clubs too.
Who's this little young chick in here?
So I was 20 and he was 35, and you know, I think when we noticed, because it was like maybe our third or fourth date that we're having dinner and we started talking about music, and I'm like, oh, that's old school, and he's like, how old are you? And I'm like, how old are you? Like, it was so funny. But I learned so much from him. So much from him, and I feel like he got a lot from me too.
But
you know, so there's no bad blood. Yeah, exactly. And I think if I would have done it in my 20s, like what I'm doing now, I think it would have been
a different story.
Story.
Yeah. But now that Crystal is single, she is a successful realtor.
That word single just like
successful entrepreneur. You have your own place. Obviously, you take care of yourself. So, like, how is that like? Like, how does it feel? How does...
Well, it's just, okay, so, like, the single part, it's just, like, meeting guys and, like,
girl, how is dating right now?
Different than fucking 10 years ago. It's so different. Like, we didn't have Instagram back then where everyone has access to everyone. So I feel like
options.
And the trust issues are there though. Like, you know, they're there. And it's different. But I have like, I've met a lot of cool people, you know, a lot of, you know, I'm not like in a relationship right now, but it's just like, it's fun. You know, there's just, I'm open to so much, like, to experiencing a lot more. And I'm open to like just, you know, having fun and finding myself before I find someone else. Yeah. So that part, awesome. That part's there. It's there.
And have you learned, I mean, maybe you are, maybe you're not at this part, because I feel like it took me a while, but like, have you learned to like love yourself first and court yourself?
I think the day that I chose to like, hey, this isn't working for me, I'm moving out, I think that's the day I found like, hey, I fucking love myself.
But you know what though, it does transition on your social media, I will say that.
Thank you.
So again, you two have known each other a little longer, and so when I came across Crystal's page, I'm like, oh, like, you know, she does look like someone that carries herself confidently. She loves herself. And I mean that because I'm such a big person on like, you come first. Even in a family setting, you come first. Because if mom is not good, the family's not good. The kids are not good.
Exactly.
The relationship is not good.
That's exactly what I said. Like, if I can't, like, if I'm not happy, I can't make anyone else happy. I cannot. And it'll transition into my son, and he's going to feel the bad energy, and I just, that's...
And as moms... we are the top of the tier.
And we take everything.
Right? We have to take everything in. So we are responsible for everybody below us is happiness, right?
But we have to take care of ourselves first.
But I remember coming across your page and I'm like, wow, you know, and then I remember having a conversation with Monica and she's like, she's recently divorced. And I'm like, no wonder she's so happy. I'm just kidding.
Saboteur.
Well, I'm not kidding, but I am kidding.
But like, okay, yeah, I'm divorced, but like eventually, I still believe in marriage. I want to get married again. I still want another little girl. Like, I still want to have that family structure. Like, I still
You're
want
not done
that.
having babies?
No, I want a little girl. And even if it's a boy, as long as it's healthy, you know. But I still want, you know, I want that little girl. Like, and I'm not afraid to, like, sure, like, because everyone's like, you still want to get married? I'm like, yeah, I do. Like,
yeah, girl, you're young.
You're young. Are you crazy?
But I think because divorce has such a like negative
connotation
to that, they're like, why would you want to do it again? I'm like, dude, I loved being married. You know, it just didn't work out for us, and that's okay. It's okay if shit doesn't work out. And I feel like people are like, you know, I'm like, dude, it's okay. It didn't work out. Cool.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It sucks, but that's not what I envisioned. But it's okay.
It's like, what is the lesson that you learned out of that? You know. So in your case, it didn't work out, but you guys are still great friends. You guys are co-parenting perfectly well. you know, and then it's now finding yourself.
Yeah.
So
And I want him to be happy too. Because I wasn't happy,
100%.
I couldn't make him happy. You know, and I told him, I was like, dude, eventually I know he's gonna find someone. I don't want him to be alone for the rest of his life, you know. So and he's a great guy, like he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dating part is fun. It's a trip. And I feel like nowadays, like with social media, like I can't go on there and like post like, oh, I'm talking to this guy, because it's like, because then fucking 10 other girls will come. I'm talking to him too, you know. It's just a trip. Like I'm just like, I don't know.
So I have a question. Are you open to dating the same age group as your ex? Or would you prefer to do it differently this time around?
I'm not, honestly, I don't know if the age, I mean, I guess age does play a role in it. But I personally feel like age isn't really a factor in it, because I've met people, you know, that are his age, and they're like, you know, on a different mindset. I think the mindset is what's big for
100%.
me. And I've met guys my age that I'm just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm asking.
Like, are you sure you're 35? Like, are you sure? Because I would put you in the 20s category.
Here's
like,
your coupon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like mindset is just big for me, and I feel like I'm learning a lot more that like recently after the divorce, when I like started meeting people, it's like I was like, oh, okay, but then my mind shifted where it's like, no, I'm not gonna settle, I'm not gonna like,
good for
you. I'm not, if I get married again, like that's it, that's stuck with me, like I'm not going through another divorce, you know, like, so I want to make sure. But also I know a lot more about myself and about life in general than when I was 21, you know. I know what I want now.
But you
so
also come with your son, so
Yeah,
it's something that you have
exactly.
to also take into consideration,
Exactly.
that it's not just you, it's also him. Is he happy?
Exactly.
You know, I know that people always say, well, we have to be happy, right? And I understand that 100% when there's kids involved.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
It's a
especially
different
when they're so young,
Mhm.
and you know, and I get, at the end of the day, as mothers, we're still, even though they have a father, we're still making sure that who we have at home is also a father figure.
Exactly,
You know, and I say that from
That's
experience.
the scary part, dude.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. Like there's guys that I meet, I'm like, oh no, you're not going nowhere,
Yeah.
you're a child. You know, just because like their mentality is like totally different, you know.
Yeah.
And like I always say, like he has his father. He has like it's not like his dad is, you know, out somewhere. Like no, he has his father.
Yeah.
Like
He's not absent.
yeah,
He
exactly.
doesn't need a
So,
dad. Yeah.
but yeah, that's the scary part, dude.
So, what about Crystal, single Crystal, and business? Where has that taken you? What is like, what is your outtake now on business now that you're, you know, it's a single income? You are a business owner. You own your own business. You run your own business. So, I mean, obviously, as realtors, we know the second we close on a property, we are, you know, like we don't have a job.
No, that's why you got to keep them going.
So you got to keep them going. You're unemployed the minute you close a transaction if you don't have anything else going. So how is business as, you know, the only, you know, as the breadwinner and the only one in the family right now?
So I can honestly say probably like lit a fire under my ass. Like I think, like I told you guys, I went from my parents' house to living with him. So when I was like started making like good money, it's like my money was our fun money, you know. And you know what's funny, and I think you guys might think this is weird, but all our finances were always separate. Like like he had his money, I had my money. We just made sure like the bills were taken care of, like, you know, I paid for my car and stuff like that.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because for us it's kind of like that too, you know. We make sure that the joint account is taken care of.
We didn't even have that.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
like I can't tell you like how much money he had, and he can't tell me like
girl.
Yeah.
I know how much
but
money
we just knew, but you know what, we just knew like if we needed each other, that we had each other's back.
Okay.
You know, but we never like mixed finance. I don't know why it's weird. It just never happened.
I don't think it's
You know
weird.
what?
I think it's the new way of life though.
But that was 10 years ago.
But I
you know,
did
like,
that. I did
I
that
mean,
in
you
my
know, I was married for 10 years, like that, and everything.
So from the beginning.
From the beginning, we've always had like our separate, like as long as.
So I did that in my first relationship. We had one joint account, so our checks would go to that account, bills would get taken care of, and then I was like the saver of the family, so I was more on top of like what is getting spent. So I'm like, everything has to come, you know, you have to let me know what expenses are being made, or we have to agree on what we're doing. But it being, I don't know, I think it's a Virgo thing that I'm a Virgo, and I don't know why. I like being told what to do sometimes. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I just hate being bored and I hate being in control. I love being in control, but like to an extent. Like control me sometimes.
Same thing. Like that's why I pay for a trainer, because I need you to tell me what to do.
Yeah,
you know?
like tell me what to do. Yeah. So with him, our finances have been always separate. But I'm still the queen. So
yeah.
I guess for me, it's I'm the alpha. I'm the alpha of our relationship. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, dámelo. Yeah. And then I'll split it apart. And don't get me wrong, he has his own account where whatever, you know, he wants to put new tires on his truck or he wants to lift it or whatever, you know. And if I want to be at Zara and spend $500, then I can, you know. But at the end of the day, the household is still being taken care of.
Yeah,
exactly.
And some people disagree. I think it's such a huge topic on social media where people are like, but it's looked down on.
But yeah, it's not. There's not really like a right answer. It's whatever works for you. This worked for us. Like
this works for me.
We didn't argue over like stupid little shit.
Yeah, we don't either.
Me spending money at Zara. Like, we didn't argue about that. Or you know, he wants to go buy a new fucking, you know, razor. Not a razor. Yeah, he was on into technology.
Yes. Okay.
I bought him the razor, but he was on into the technology. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know how much you spend. I was like, but don't ask me how much I spend.
Yeah.
You know, as long as our bills, everything's taken care of. We never had issues about money. Like,
but that's because you're also bringing in money.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's then
that's
like,
true. Yeah.
You're bringing in money, so it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
But I think, and it's really hard for me. And there's nothing wrong with like. I feel like being a stay-at-home mom is like the hardest fucking job ever.
Oh my god, we just talked about
job ever. Yeah, and so I feel like, you know, and men, you know, they were. I feel like this world was meant like for men to take care of the women, and that's totally okay. Everything's okay, you know. Like there's no right answer to it, but for me growing up, like I said, I started working at 15, so it's hard for me to be like, hey, can I have some money?
Exactly.
It's fucking hard.
Exactly.
And I, you know. Okay, I don't want to put my business out there, but I met someone where he was like, dude, just let me take care of you. And it was fucking weird for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want?
What do you want is always the question, right?
And he was like, dude, like, just let me, like, just let me take care of you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I really don't fucking understand that, you know? And it sucks because as a woman, you should be able to.
Exactly.
You know?
To feel like it's okay,
like
right?
It's okay.
I think you're right, though. I think that society has really showed us that everything is 50-50. So when someone comes around and is like, you know, old school. I love old school.
Me too.
So old school where it's like, let me take care of you. You're kind of like,
it's beautiful.
Wait a minute.
But it's beautiful, but why are we scared?
It is 100%. You know why? Because women are now made to be alphas.
Yeah.
To be also head of household.
Yeah.
Also bring in, you know, at the same time still take care of the house.
Yeah.
And that's where, to me, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to work all day and then still come home, make sure that everything in the household is taken care of? We still do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we do it without complaining.
Exactly. When I was married, like the house was always taken care of. Andres was always looking his best. The food was always done. Like he had his lunch, had his dinner. Like everything was always, you know, like everything was good. You know. Yeah. But it was just we lost our connection.
Yeah.
But I'm reading. I'm not reading. I'm listening to this book. I think it's called The Audacity to Be a Queen. And I'm like midway into it, but it's like it hits so many points about this subject about like our feminine energy. You know that we're losing it, and it's like we snap. Like it's okay to be the alpha, to be, you know, to be strong, to make the money. It's okay to do all that, to feel. But there's so much more out there too that we kind of have to like tap into as well. You know, it's so good though. I'm like loving it. Yeah. It keeps me on my toes for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. I know. I think that's where.
Did I answer the question? Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Life
I feel like we go everywhere.
No. Yeah. I mean,
I think I struggle with you saying that. I think I struggle with really bringing down, like, I want to be up here, right? So I want to showcase that I can do it with or without you. Right? And I really, really, really wish that I can tap into being like old school, right? And being like, allow him to take care of me. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be like, hey, can I get my nails done? Hey, can I do this? Like,
but I feel like that's okay for
I know, but it's so hard to tap into that. Because I feel like so many years have gone by where, again, like I said, with social media, I feel like it's where it really took off.
Yeah.
Where society has showed us that no, la cabrona y vámonos, you know, like, es que uno también hay que cuidarnos y hay que triunfar por uno misma. And so I think that's where we struggle, where it's kind of like, okay, no, like if he leaves, then what?
Then what? That's always been my fear. But I feel like it's okay for us to want more, and I think that's kind of where before I used to feel guilty for wanting more. I used to feel like why aren't you happy? Like you have your, you know, a nice house, you have your cars, you have your kid, you have your family. Like, why aren't you happy?
Oh my gosh, Crystal, I was in the exact same thing.
Why aren't you happy?
Where it was almost perfect, but you just weren't happy.
There was something and that's the worst fucking feeling.
Like you had a loyal person, you had someone that was wanting to do everything for you, but something was missing.
Because there's always more.
We want the fucking asshole at the end of the day. But it's true though. Like,
if there's no connection, dude, there's nothing there.
But it's not. I don't even think that there isn't. I think you guys did have a connection, but you're right.
We lost
I think it's. No, not even that. I think your goals were a lot bigger than his, which I think was the same thing for me.
Yeah, that's true.
When I met my husband, his goals fucking scare the shit out of me.
You're like, I want you.
Yeah. Like, his goals are almost to the point where I'm like, no mames. Like,
it's so
you know?
funny.
But I love it because
keeps you on your toes.
To this day, he's met every single one of his goals.
Fucking amazing.
And to this day, he pushes me. Simple point is the Winter Circle event that I hosted. I was a panelist on Gabe's event prior to, and he was like, it's whatever. I mean, you can do better. You know what? We're going to host one, and it's going to be way better than this. And I was like, okay, Les.
That's fucking dope.
And it was more of like him proving a point, like, no, you can do better.
Yeah. Well, it's him believing in you.
No disrespect to Gabe. We love Gabe, obviously.
Yeah.
That's our business partner. But that's how he is in his head.
Amazing,
like, he's like, nope, you got it. And I was like, I have never spoken in front of an audience, let alone hosted.
And it was amazing, by the way.
And it was amazing. I wanted to quit real estate altogether, like weeks prior to the event. And he was like, nope, we're doing it. Like, had it been up to me, it would have been like a year out. It would have been like, okay. Dude,
it was a packed house.
Let me do it one more time. And he's like, nope, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And
it's the power of him believing in you.
That's fucking amazing. Yes. That's what I'm like. That's what, you know, we want. That's what we're looking for, you know? Like I'm telling you, like, sometimes I meet guys and I'm like, bro, like, they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, there's the door. Like, you know, because it's true.
Hey,
like,
thanks
I don't
for
want
the dinner.
Because I just don't want to feel like I don't want to feel bad for wanting more.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
And you shouldn't.
And it's not like I'm waiting for that shit to come from me. Like I'm working for it too.
Exactly.
You know? Like, it's not,
especially when you're willing to put in the work for it, where it's like, I mean, I deserve this. If I wouldn't work for it, then let me dream big, right? But it's when they're blocking your dreams, when they're just like, we're happy in this little house here, and you know, we got, you know, we have this.
Why aren't you happy with what we have?
You have a nice car.
I feel like that's a really bad feeling though. Like where
to settle.
Like no, just like when you start questioning yourself, like maybe I should be happy with this.
Yes.
And then you start putting yourself down. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like we're grateful.
Yeah,
I was just gonna go into grateful.
We're fucking grateful because I feel like everything comes from gratitude. Like I truly believe in that. But there's nothing wrong with just like, hey,
wanting more.
And I feel like what I'm learning this year, it's like, okay, like you said, I'm checking off my box, but I'm dreaming small. I'm thinking really fucking small right now, especially like hanging around with business owners, stuff like that. Like, I got to think bigger.
Yeah.
So we just talked about this on our last podcast. Is really sitting at a table, because I told Monica, I said, look, when I come to a table, I don't want to be the smartest one at the table. I really don't, you know? I've, gone to dinners and I'm like, there's lawyers, there's attorneys, there's the DA, there's this. And I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking cool, you know? Like, where if I was, the top hitter, then I'd be like, everybody watch me, like, I don't know. To me, it's more exciting to be like, oh my God, what can I learn from this person? Like, what can, and when we dream small, I think that it also, in a way, it brings us, it leaves us it leaves us.
And people feel it. Yes. I feel like that's like since we post a lot on social media, I feel like people feel it. Like like if your energy's down, they're gonna call you out.
Oh, 100%.
And I feel like a lot of my clients, or at least the people, my whoever follows me on Instagram, they feed off the energy too that I give them. And I'm always like, let's go. Like I'm fucking dancing.
Yeah.
That's my vibe. Like that's that's when I feel happy. But if they also notice. They're like, hey, everything okay? What's going on? Like, and I don't. That's one thing I don't really talk about. Is like the bad stuff on Instagram.
And who wants to hear bad?
Yeah, because I feel like there's already so much bad shit. Yeah. But I don't want to come off like as being
like you're perfect.
Fake. Yeah. Because nothing's perfect. Still, there's days where I'm like, fuck this. Like I'm not doing anything today. But and it's okay. It's okay to have those days. But I just
or days you want to quit.
Yeah. But there's. I feel like we inspire a lot of people that we don't even know.
Yes.
And I think that's what I'm learning this year. It's like people are telling me, like, hey, like, I'm like, I'm motivated.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm crazy. Like,
I'm crazy.
That's what we had talked about earlier, too, because she's like, friend, like, as much as you think that you might not be motivating to someone, like, because I'm like, who the fuck's gonna want to listen to me? Like, I'm just crazy. I'm just living my best life on my own little world, But then I think about it and I sit there. And I think about it.
And you're motivating and you're inspiring. One time I went to King Taco and I don't know if I told you this. I went to King Taco and there was this girl and they were sitting next to us. I paid no mind. We had just gotten back from vacation. We stopped there to grab a bite. And the boyfriend comes up to me and he was like, hey, my girlfriend wants to take a picture. She follows you. He's like, can she have a picture? And I was like, oh my gosh, me? Like, yeah, of course. So I took a picture with her and then I was like, oh, send me your Instagram or whatever so I can tag you. And so I tagged her. I posted it. I got home and I tagged on her name. I, clicked on her name and she had already written me books. Like in the past. And she was like, hey, I'm in college. I'm in she was at, I think either UCLA or USC. And she was like, I changed my major because of you. I want to be a real estate agent. I would love to work with you one day, blah, 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 blah. Like long paragraphs. And this was prior to like, even when I met her, I didn't see it. It wasn't until after. And I was like, wait, like she's young, she's in fucking college at a prestigious university, and I motivated her to change like her major. Now she wants to do. She's like, I'm doing business now, and I want to be like you, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you never know who you inspire.
Exactly.
And talking about inspiration, then, so that's why I think it was such a huge thing for us to bring Crystal on because. You are inspiring, Crystal. You were married for 10 years. You're a mom, now an entrepreneur, super successful, sexy, single, So I think that whoever's going through it right now and is thinking about, do I leave this marriage? Do I not leave this marriage? Am I going to be okay? Am I not going to be okay? And then hearing your story, they're like, I'm going to be okay, like.
Yeah, that's one thing, like, no matter what you're going through, like, dude, you have to know things are going to be okay. Like, the next day, it might not be right away, but eventually things are going to get better no matter what. I went through the worst shit, losing my daughter. I thought, absolutely. I know, I don't want to cry, but I thought, like, I would never get past that. And I remember, like, laying in bed, like, where I was thinking, I was like, dude, I have two choices. Either I get up or I fucking die here. Like, that's it. Those are the two choices I have. And I started working again because I wasn't working while she was in the hospital. But I started working again a month after she passed because I was like, I have to get the fuck up. Yeah. Wow. I have to get up if not, I'm just going to go crazy here. Yeah. And it's like, dude, what are you going to, like, I know I'm not the first or the last person to lose a child. You guys saw what I posted yesterday and I was just like, I was dying, but I couldn't stop crying. But it's just, we all have an option and we have a choice. Yeah. And no matter what, if it's divorce, if it's losing a child, a parent, whatever it is, whatever difficult time you're going through, we have the choice.
We're a victim or a victor.
Exactly. And we all have the choice. So I chose to just keep going.
I remember when my brother passed away back in June and I wanted to get back to work right away. Yeah, so I wanted to get back to work and everybody was like, you're crazy. Like, take some time off. Like, I know that Monica, Gabe, and everybody kind of gave me my time, because this was during the time that we were all transitioning and becoming business partners. And I was like, you know what? I just need to get back to work. Like, I just want to not to say like nothing happened, but
keep your mind busy.
You can go crazy.
But in reality, life goes on.
And it's,
unfortunately,
so I feel really like we never like lose their their memory, but life does go on. Yeah. And I feel like that my way was to work. My way to deal with shit was to work.
I got some backlash because I remember on social media people would be like, wow, like you can't even just take some time off. Like I got some stuff that people were even like, wow, you're that money hungry. Like, yeah.
You know what amazes me is like, okay,
all fake accounts.
No, but what
come forward. I'm just kidding.
You know what amazes me is like, why do people feel so obligated to put in those 2
Yeah.
cents? Like, why? Like, why can't we just fucking be nice to each other? You know, like, but why? Like, what does that do for you? I don't know.
Something that I feel like that they're struggling with, so that they have to hurt someone else and to get it out, you know. But I remember just thinking, at first I was thinking like, am I doing this wrong? Like, am I supposed to grieve? How long am I supposed to grieve for? Because I'm grieving every single day. You know, but the way I'm grieving,
and the pain never goes away.
Because I'm grieving different than you're grieving. You're grieving different than I'm grieving. You know, so why is it fair to say that I can't get back to work a month, 2 months later? Like, I don't understand. It's keeping my mind busy. Yeah. Because I still have children that I have to be happy for. I have to move forward. I'm the oldest from my family.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm the oldest. I'm the only girl. Me and my mom are best friends. My mom lost my dad at a young age. So it's like, I feel all these roles, and yet you're coming to me saying, this is how you need to grieve.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
And, you know, speaking about, you know, the cyber bullies, if that's what you want to call it, same thing with the divorce. I got shit. They're like, you're breaking up your family. You're doing this. You're doing that. And I get the shit a lot that it was my lifestyle that broke up our marriage. I'm like, bro, dude, first of all, if you would see me and my ex, we would see like the perfect happy couple, because we never argued. And first of all, we rarely ever argued. Second of all, we never did, you know, we never argued in public. So everyone thought we were good, you know. But what happens behind closed doors, like, nobody fucking knows, you know. So it's like, I got a lot of shit from people, like, or especially, I think one time, like, you know, we went out dancing or whatever. I love to dance. Like, to paisa music, I do. That's
paisa
like
music.
To Spanish music, like, that's my thing. Like, I love to dance, and oh my god, I got so much shit for it, and
yeah.
But ¿qué te importa?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my life.
Yeah. ¿Qué te importa?
This is
like,
how I'm dealing with
whatever.
it. Yeah.
And, but I guess nobody really looks at their own shit either, you know. But
yeah.
Whatever.
But clearly, I mean, if someone takes the time out to create a fake account, to write you messages, it's because you're inspiring them one way or another. And they just try to make it negative, but nah, you're doing something right.
I'm having fun.
Like Cat Williams says, if you don't have, what does he say?
Haters.
If you don't have haters, get some.
Get
some by the summer. Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Crystal, anything else you want to discuss before? Do you have any questions for Crystal?
Pastime hobby. So I grew up playing softball. So that's my thing. Like, if I could jump into a baseball game anywhere or go see a baseball game, like, baseball's my thing. And
cool.
I put my son into a t-ball, like, for a quick season, and it was the funniest thing ever. Like,
what,
he's
3 years old?
So he's just like, and he's always like already the alpha. So it's like they'd be like, go to first, and he'll run to second, and all the kids will run after. Like, but he always has to be the first one on the base, the first one, like, batting. Like, and I was like, oh, that's my babe. But yeah, playing softball. I love being I like hiking. I like being outdoors, and shopping, of course. Like, but I'm very picky about shopping. Like, I like to just go and see if I like anything and bounce. Like, I can't.
I was just gonna say, Monica hates shopping.
I can't be like going through everything. Like, if I don't see anything, like, at a glance, so I like shopping by myself, if that makes sense.
I have a question. What would you say to a girl that is going through a divorce,
What advice?
Yeah, like, what advice would you give someone that is going through it, that hasn't figured life out, that just feels like things are falling apart?
For divorce, I'm not gonna say it's easy, because it's not. There's been days where did I make the right choice? Like, I remember one time I had a night where I just cried. Just because I didn't know what was next, but it's okay. Like, these are emotions. All these emotions are normal, you know. But you have to have faith in yourself that everything's gonna be okay. It might not, you know, it might take some time. It's probably gonna be hard. You're probably gonna have to bust your ass, but it's gonna be okay no matter what. And if you left a relationship, it's for a reason, and you have to trust yourself in that. Like, you have to know that you're leaving because you want something better, or you want to make yourself happy. Like, you have to trust in the reason you left. Not you can't doubt it. You know, I feel like if you left, whatever reason it was that you left, like, that was enough.
Well, the feeling was already there, right?
It was enough. Yeah. You do, like, in order for you to leave, it's not easy to leave, especially after, you know, we were married for 10 years. Trust me, it wasn't easy to leave, and it didn't come like from one day to another. It was like conversation after conversation, and just, you know, but it's okay, and just know, like, hey, like, dude, you're gonna be okay. And right now I'm trusting myself that, like I said, I want to get married again, I want to build that family again, and I'm trusting myself that the right person is out there for me. But I feel like God already has everything planned for me, and that's one thing that this book kind of showed me, that when you put your trust in someone else that's not God, you're gonna get disappointed.
Yes.
And that's what I'm learning. Like, I feel like at first I was, you know, when my daughter passed away, I was mad. When my marriage didn't work, I was mad. But it's like, no, I have to have faith in God, and I have to trust that everything's gonna be okay. Yeah. So just know it's gonna be okay. No matter what it is, it's gonna be okay.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the champagne.
Yep.
It made it easier.
Thank you, Crystal.
Any closing thoughts or anything you want to add to your...
I would just say, I mean, you know, I'm a ladies girl, like a girl's girl, and but just do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy, and do not be afraid to do it. And let's make money.
Let's make money. That's right, girl. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for being on our show, and we appreciate you.
This is The Real Tea with Crystal Ramirez today. Thank you so much, Crystal, and I can't wait to...
there you go, friend. No, there you go, friend. That's all you.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.